I still hear your radio today. Barry, way out west on Boogie in the Woods in Georgia, and I'm still boogieing on down.
I'm gonna leave you right back.
Stop is gone. I still hear your radio today. Hey, Barry, way out west on Boogie in the Woods in Georgia, and I'm still boogieing on down. Hey, Boogie 147.
You want to show my commercial?
Hey, Boogie 147.
As long as he coming back to me,
And I go before you, hey, Barry White, all over the world, it let bus stop. Hey, the bus is gone.
Hey, 9-8 Watergate, Mobile. No copy, Boogie in the Cotton Field 147. No copy, Boogie in the Woods in the Cotton Field 147.
Oh, 147 gonna dust your britches now, 501. Get on out there, Triple A, quiet.
The Boogie in the Woods, that old zookeeper.
No doubt about it. Okay, I'm gonna get on. Bus stop down.
Plugging in now.
That's the way it's gonna be.
So a lot of dudes keep taking people's names. Hey, 5001, it's a lot of people taking names. And you're supposed to identify where you're coming from, the folk.
Where's walking the fast streets, still taking dead.
147, what you want to... Hey, Barry, 9-8 trying to get out there. Hey, Barry, old man, 9-8 Watergate, Mobile. I can't get number 147 now. Copy Boogie, no copy Boogie, 147 by 10-7.
147, Triple A said you ain't got to turn that big box on. Don't do that no more, 147, Triple A gone.
Hey, Bernie White, 102. Hey, Bernie White, 102. You weren't talking out west. I know you weren't talking out west. I was just trying to hook up with Book. I was over here doing something. I just wanted to to the copy. Hello, Nightcrawler. 147 is low modulator. Got down. Yeah, 147. I was looking to the right. Hey, Barry, you know, 084 around the Magnolia, waving my hand out west. How about it, Barry, out west? 084 around the Mag. I'm trying, baby.
With the wind got down.
Y'all working on it, man. You know what I'm doing, that right? Hey, 12 o'clock west. I'm just trying to hook up with Boogie real quick. Take care, Crump. Hey, Boogie, 147, right back to you. Come on. Right, 147. I heard you call my name, man, so I had to go turn my antenna, man. Hey, 147, I heard you call my name, man, so I had to go turn my antenna, man. Just in there. Ready to hear you back, ready to knock on me. I'm gone. 0 diesel wagon on the coast is right back, baby. Okay. What if I touch the mic? Does it go away? Let me try that.
Well, it's gone that time. Just 400 watts. Hey, Blue Chip.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna shut this back down. Y'all take care out there. I thought somebody was coming back to me, but they weren't coming back to me. That's somebody else he could talk to. Mama, on y'all later, old man, Dr. Love, down here in Virginia. On the ground, stone, I'm gone.
Hey, old man, Dr. Love, I'll say good afternoon time to you. Old man, Dr. Love, you got a sloppy copy. I'll roll up in there and say hello and how do you do. Old man, Dr. Love, motor mouth mall worker to small ball peen mall, waving. And stepping.
Right on. Hey, Motor. Good God almighty, boy, you scared me. You came in this damn nigga clown. What you talking about?
Don't get on out there, but I'll say hello to you. Move my mouth. Yeah, bus stop is gone.
The side of the cab nigga house, man. Hey, Motor Mo. You scared me to death, cab nigga. Good God almighty, you smoking. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, sorry about that. We're just working a little bit of this Mother Nature over here, trying to make her, try to go where she wants me to go. Old man, Dr. Love, take care. I heard you did. You smoking up in here. I'm going to say, have a good day out there. Enjoy your Wednesday to its fullest. No, Thursday. Today's Thursday? No way. I guess. Well, anyway, enjoy your Thursday to its fullest. Old man, Dr. Love, radio station, Motormouth Mall, waving and stepping. Wow, the weekend is getting close. It's getting here quick. Enjoy it to its fullest. Old man, Dr. Love, Motormouth Mall, working the small. Ball peen hammer. Got down, break it.
Hello, cab nigga.
Hey, move my mouth. Bus stop, don't say bye. Hey, move my mouth. Don't say bye. You're such a great boy, too. Hey, move my mouth. It is Thursday. Hey, move my mouth. Bus stop. Hey, move my mouth. It is Thursday. Bus stop is gone.
I want some audio like you got. Hey, Motor Mo, Dr. Love, getting down.
It's pretty easy. And bus stop, you said it's Thursday. And big ol' hello to you as well. Bus stop, I heard you up in there. And old man, Dr. Love, you say you want some audio like this. Well, it's actually pretty easy. But it just requires a little different trickery. Old man, Dr. Love, radio station, Motormouth Mall, working the small ball peen hammer. And hello, bus stop. Got you both riding up in here real good around the central coast of Cali, I guarantee tell you, ain't no doubt about that. Your West Coast under-modulated beast. Working this Cobra 29 LX. Got down.
You got that audio. Hey, move my mouth. You got that audio. You got that audio. You got that audio. Look at him, move my mouth. Audio. You're a bus stop. Hey, move my mouth. You're a bus stop around South Carolina. Got down.
Big boss. 71 over here in Virginia. We're waving. Hey, 71 around Virginia. Bus stop. Appreciate that. And you waving a hand over there from Virginia. Hey, bus stop, I think you said you're over there in the Carolinas, right? And 71, I think you said you're over there in Virginia. And old man, Dr. Love, over there in Virginia. Motormouth Mall, working the small ball peen hammer. Got down.
Hey, move my mouth. You're out of South Take care, move my mouth. Your bus stop. Your bus stop in South Carolina. Got down.
We're down on South Carolina. Roger, on South Carolina. Hey, bus stop. You got that mall down, breaker.
Hello, bus stop. I asked about him, too. Hey, Motor Mo. Tell him bus stop. I want my kids. Hey, Motor Mo, I can't get on my own guy.
There's a bus stop.
Just after the cab nigga, they stuffed out going. Good evening. I got to go into what the count gonna come best. Dr. Love, go.
Oh man, Dr. Love, you said to tell bus stop. I think that might have been a friendly five. Hey, old man, Dr. Love, I think that was a friendly five. Hey, old man, Dr. Love, waving at bus stop. And bus stop, you all up in there. You got my radio tore up from the floor. If you put some numbers over here to break.
I got good with Roger on that. Told Dr. Love, I'll say hello also. Good evening to you. Good evening. 2026, bus stop Sandy Bray, Greenville, South Carolina. Your bus is gone.
But then he must stop you, so you'd be looking forward to seeing him at Greenville, South Carolina to break. Ain't no doubt about that. And in 2026, ain't no doubt, man, that's going to be here before we know it. Oh, to you one more time. Radio station, motor mouth mall, working the small ball peen hammer, and a whole lot of hammers blowing up in there that time around. I guarantee tell you. Motor mouth mall, working the small ball peen hammer, looking around the east side. Got down right there, breaking. Hey, 500 in the diesel wagon. You out there making a good sound out there, dropping the hammer around my radio. Hey, 500 in the diesel wagon. If you got any kind of a sloppy copy. Good afternoon, time to you to break.
Real good copy. 73's big brother goes. Motor mouth mall, 500 diesel wagon, 312, and in the Bayou country, I'll see you.
Yeah, well, you out there in the Bayou country. Let me move my antenna down to around the BYU. Hey, 5000. Let me move my antenna down to around the BYU. Maybe I'll make a better trip out there in your neck of the woods. Motor mouth mall, cruising breaker.
Hey, Motor mouth mall, real good copy. You put that copy right on top of my antenna. Midnight crawler. Hey, Motor mouth mall. Midnight crawler. Right on top of my antenna. I got my hand up, waving breaker. So we do it again. 5,000 around the Bayou country. I'll see ya.
Hey, Motor mouth mall.
Fort Hinder 5,000. Take care. 73. You said I put it right where you needed it to get it. And it's all up in here. You're all up in here, I should say. And that mall is working. Hey, 5000. Take care. Blessings and good graces. I did hear one or two other people calling out this way. I'm not sure if they're in the Bayou, or if they're out on the East Coast or Northeast corner, or where they are. Because Mother Nature, you know, she's dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping all over the place. I got down.
Midnight crawler, midnight crawler. Oh, midnight crawler. North Carolina people up under Mother Nature's desk. Midnight crawler, midnight crawler. I'm trying to wave you a little bit of hand.
Hey, Midnight Crawler. Hey, Midnight Crawler, you waving up in there from the Carolinas. You come up in there in fine style. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, Midnight Crawler, I got you all up in here.
Hey, Motor Mama, be happy, be safe. Hey, Motor Mama, be happy, be safe. Midnight Crawler, North Carolina waving.
410, have a great day out there. Be happy, be safe, and be kind, and drop that mall from time to time. Midnight Crawler, Motormouth Mall, cruising.
Mall here, Whooper, Carolinas. Motormouth Mall here. Motormouth Mall, keep your big paper.
Head Whipper, I heard you up in there too, I did. Hey, Head Whipper in the Carolinas. Good to see you up in there. Head Whipper in the Carolinas. Motormouth Mall, stepping right there, baby.
Right there, right back. Appreciate you come back. Hey, Motormouth Mall, right there, right back. Appreciate you come back. Here's Whooper, Carolinas. Got down.
Jen, you got that audio dialed in, too. Hey, Head Whipper around the Carolinas, you got that audio walking and talking. You sound superb coming out here on my neck of the woods, ain't no doubt about it. Hey, Head Whipper, check it out. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the gig.
Right there, right back. Appreciate you come back. Hey, Motormouth Mall, right there, right back. Appreciate you come back. Here's Whooper, Carolinas. Got down.
Wee, Head Whipper, you got some audio up in there. Motormouth Mall cruising. Try to return, break.
Georgia.
Motormouth Mall, here's Whooper, Tobacco Field. Got down, got...
Fort Tender, Head Whipper, Tobacco Fields. Well, you got that mall down in fine fashion. I hope to do it again real soon and enjoy the rest of this week. It's going by quick, and the weekend will be here before you know it. Have a good weekend out there. Head Whipper in the Carolinas, Motormouth Mall, working the small. Undermodulated Cobra 29LX. Got down.
Motormouth Mall,
1961. I heard you roll up in there too, I did. In 1961, where are you?
Artifact Crackers.
Hello, Motormouth Mall, man. River Red. River Red bottom side of tobacco. Bring her.
Old man River Rat, bottom side of the tobacco fields. Hey, old man River Rat, you're up in here too. You got that mall down. Motormouth Mall, letting you know, breaker.
Right here, Motormouth Mall.
Big boy boys out here. 2 of your big boys out here. 6-1 down.
6-1. Hey, 6-1. There are a lot of big hammers out here. Hey, there's a lot of big hammers out there in the band all over the place. Hey, 6-1. They smoking. You're smoking. 6-1. Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen hammer. Got down.
14 Motormouth. 14 Motormouth Mall. Take it easy out there. My birthday brother. You have yourself a fine one. Motormouth Mall. Mr. 1961 Carolina got down.
Gender 1961, all the way up in here, looking good, sounding good. Definitely got a good grip on you, and beautiful audio too, by the way. Let me play that back one time for you. Check it out. Hey, 1961. Watch.
14 Motormouth Mall. Take it easy out there. My birthday brother. You have yourself a fine one. Motormouth Mall. Mr. 1961 Carolina got down.
There you go, 1961. Yeah, we're getting up and we're getting close to another year around the sun. Ain't no doubt about that. 1961. Motormouth Mall cruising.
How about it, Motormouth? How about it? Motormouth, old Jake in the Carolinas, we're standing by. 1961. Small station on the East Coast of Charleston, South Carolina. Step in. Step.
14. Well, you stepping around the south coast of the Carolinas over there, and you smoking. 1961. Take care, blessings, and good graces. And Jake, I heard you roll up in there in the Carolinas too. You got my radio all locked down. Hey, what's going on there, Jake? Motormouth Mall looking.
Much just listening to you today, man. You blasting through the Carolina hills in fine fashion. It's always a pleasure, Motormouth. I didn't realize you were a big Jimmy Dean fan. I got to see him back at the Charlotte Coliseum back in 1980.
Oh, what a trip. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I had to incorporate, you know, it was only fitting to have Big Bad John in the mix to break.
You the man. Keep up the good work, my friend. I'm always proud to talk to you and call you friend. Old Jake, we're standing by.
And Jake, likewise, you're sounding good, doing a good job out here as always. Always a pleasure with the double measure. That's for doggone sure. Hey, my friend Jake, I keep getting you confused with Jake from State Farm. And I somehow always throw something in there that mixes that up. I don't know why I do that. Hey, Jake in the Carolinas, Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen hammer. Right there, right now, break.
You got it right. I'm running the same. Jake at State Farm in the Carolinas. Have a good one, my friend.
It is Jake from State Farm. Okay. I thought somebody else used Jake from State Farm, and you were using Jake, and I was putting the two together. But you and Jake and Jake from State Farm are one and the same, they're breaking.
You got it. Yeah, everyone. I get tired of saying State Farm all the time. People usually know who I am anyway. So, anyway, thank you. Rifleman got.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got unmistakable audio, and when you say Jake, my brain already fills in the from State Farm. But then when I say it, I question myself, and I stop. I try to stop myself and get all confused as to whether I'm mixing two people together. But it's all one and the same. Okay, good deal. Awesome. Well, now I know. Hey, Jake, Motormouth Mall cruising. Jake, John, got down.
Just don't slip up and ask me, Jake, what are you wearing?
I wouldn't ask that. I see it. Hey, Jake. Big Bad John got down.
I hear you riding with the lizard. I heard you say you riding with the lizard.
Somebody out there riding with the gecko. Somebody out there riding with the gecko.
Jake, Rifleman, say hello to
Neighbor, one of your neighbors, he getting your back splatter. One of your neighbors out there, so he getting your back splatter.
Well, which neighbor is that there, break? Hello out there, Rifleman. Hey, Rifleman, I hear you. Hey, Rifleman, Motormouth Mall, waving, and you said one of my neighbors. You said one of my neighbors here's my backscatter. Who would that be there, break?
Yeah, I just tried my ground plane. I hear Jake on there pretty good, but I guess he can't hear me. Hey, Rifleman on the ground plane. Bye, bye, bye.
Rifleman, I hear you in the ground plane. Somebody else was telling me that one of my neighbors was telling me they could hear me in backscatter. But I hear you on the ground plane, I do. Hey, Rifleman, you got that ground plane working.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Mount Mall, the Rifleman ground plane, South Carolina. And I'm going to say hello to Jake while I got it keyed up. Old Jake over there on the mountaintop. Rifleman, back out.
Sounding good down there, Rifleman.
I got you both up in there, too. Check this out. Hey, Rifleman and Jake, I got you back to back. Check it out. Here it comes.
Rifleman ground plane, South Carolina. And I'm going to say hello to Jake while I got it keyed up. Old Jake over there on the mountaintop. Rifleman, back out.
Sounding good down there, Rifleman.
There was Jake. There was Rifleman. Motor Mouth Mall working the small ball peen mall. Right here, right now.
Thank you, Big John.
Hey, how about it? You're welcome. 705 East Coast, I heard you, I did. Motor Mouth Mall waving big.
Soon. It's going to be changing in a minute. I can hear some funny noise out there. I know something getting ready to flip-flop.
Yeah, there's some funny noises coming from Mother Nature out there right now, so I'm pretty sure Mother Nature is getting ready to do some flipping and flopping. About the weaving and shucking and jiving there, breaking.
Yeah, she getting ready to do something else. She getting ready to do something else. Put her big toe somewhere else. Oh, Joe, getting down.
You never know where she's going to go. It's her doggone show.
Roger, Big John. Roger, Big John. I'm Paul Joe getting down.
Oh, I heard you, I did. Here, let me play that back one time. I heard you. Check it out. Here it comes.
Roger, Big John. Roger, Big John. I'm Paul Joe getting down.
There you go. That was you right there. A little bit rough and tough. You know, Mother Nature dipping and dapping to break.
OT, Big John. OT, Big John. Ain't no Papa Joe. Hey, Big John, Sam Paul Joe.
410. Sandpile Joe. You got that mall down. Keep on doing what you're doing. Hey, Sandpile Joe, have a good day. Have a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so the weekend is almost upon us. Hey, Sandpile Joe. Motor Mouth Mall cruising.
I'm living for the weekend. Hey, Big John. I live for the weekend, so do. Good day, Joe, getting down.
There, Joe. Yep, there's a song. Everybody's working for the weekend. I think it's everybody's waiting for the weekend. Everybody's waiting for the weekend. They got down right there, breaker.
Oh, dear. I end up at the hole in the wall. Hey, Big John, I'm going to end up at the hole in the wall.
A fortune on ending up at the hole in the wall. Hey, take care, 7-3. Big Joe, Motor Mouth Mall, stepping, breaker.
Hey, Big John, a.k.a. Motor Mouth Mall. Oh, Joe,
410. Hey, Joe. Big Bad John waving. Your West Coast Beast waving. Motor Mouth Mall waving. All of our personalities are waving your way to breaker.
44.
Roja. I still want to know who on the West Coast was saying they could hear my backscatter.
I think it was 317. 317 out of Bakersfield.
He's lying to you. He's really in Wasco. He's really in Wasco to break, but that's close enough. Okay. Hey, tell 317 I said hello to break.
Yeah, he can hear you. He got a whole lot of you on his backscatter. He said you coming in here like you at the front door.
Holy cow, I better knock.
Yeah, you probably done knocked the door down. You probably done kicked his door down.
410. That's a Mother Nature thing. I'm not going to take any credit for it because I ain't running the big numbers like some of the West Coast stations do. They got some big hammers out here. But I ain't doing the big hammer game. I'm just working the small ball.
Yep, that's all I got over here on the East Coast. Small watts, just good audio.
Yep, small watts, good audio, and a good antenna. Good Mother Nature, that's all you need. But the fire to wire is like gravy. It's really not, all those important things. You need them first. By the way, check this out.
Yep, that's all I got over here on the East Coast. Small watts, just good audio.
There you go. And that's you, right there, right now, right now.
Hey, Tim-Ho. Roger 419, yeah. 4 element. I will form the serial beam and an old Elkin on the 2517. That's what I'm running over here.
A serial beam is working for you. How many elements is that?
4. A low 4.
Shin 4? Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with 3 or 4 elements. You know, I had when I had the van fired up, I should fire that thing up again. It's been a little while since I've been in the van. I don't want to let it sit too long. Anyway, when I had the van fired up, I was working a 3 element on it. And man, I couldn't believe how much fun I was having with 150 watts of carrier and a 3 element beam. It's just amazing. So yeah, people upgrade to bigger stuff, and they notice an increase. But man, the bang for the buck on a 3 element or a 4 element, is pretty amazing.
Hey, Tim-Ho, yeah. Yep, that's why I was running for a long time on this end. And if I don't be on the low 4 element, I'll be on the old Antron 99, but can't do too much on this end. Got too much trees I got to cut so I can put something bigger, but I guess the low 4 element do the job, so I just use that. 23.
Yeah, no, you're getting her done just fine the way it is. It sounds like the amount of work and labor involved in clearing the trees for something bigger, I don't think is worth the gain that you would get from having anything bigger. I don't think the trade-off is quite, it's a lot of work for a little benefit. So I think that 4, the way you got it right now, is working just fine. You're smoking over here. That's for doggone sure.
It's all beat up. I surprised it's still transmitting. It's kind of beat up side. So I said, well, I'll leave it right there. I'm not going to touch it for right now. I guess if another storm come through, that might be the last of it. But she done went through some storms, so she's doing pretty good.
That's pretty amazing. I don't want to think about the extra effort you got to go through to keep an antenna up there, with the kind of storms you guys get. It's a lot of extra work or a lot of extra luck to keep an antenna up in that environment. That's a trip and a half. I had an antenna fall over here just probably a couple months ago. I never used it. I never really realized it until one day I was looking. I got back and stood back from the compound a little bit. And I was looking at the skyline of the compound. I was like, wait a second, where'd my 5/8 wave go? I had a 5/8 wave ground plane mounted right to the top of the building here, in the middle of the building. And I was like, where'd it go? It's gone. I went up there with the ladder. It's a 24-foot roof, I went up there with the ladder, crawled up on the roof, and there's the 5/8 wave ground plane laying down on the side. The metal bracket that I made, which wasn't really a super heavy-duty bracket, but it was enough for the time being to hold the antenna up. Anyway, the metal bracket rusted, and the antenna fell over. It was a non-painted, thin metal bracket. And, we get some salt in the air around here because we're not too far from the ocean. And it's been up there for, 10 years. And anyway, it fell over. So I got to go up there. I might even do that today because I got a coax switch in front of my face here that I can switch between antennas. And there's no point in having a coax switch if I can't switch to another antenna. So anyway, I might fix that ground plane today or so. But you mentioned you got an Antron 99. And And then I got to thinking, well, shoot, I got a vertical, but it's laying horizontally right up flat on the roof, so ain't doing me a whole lot of good to break.
Hey, Tim, yeah. Well, I had that Antron 99 a long time, and the first time I hooked that Antron up, it was laying horizontal, and a partner, he told me, man, key it there, let's see something. We keyed it up, and the guy from Maine came back to me and told me, man, that blowing smoke. I said, man, this thing laying horizontal in the bushes.
Roger. Yeah, what a trip. Well, I'll tell you what, it's neat to see sometimes compromised antennas or small antennas actually get some work done, you know, and it gives us a real appreciation for just how powerful Mother Nature is. You know, some of us like to, you know, when we do real well, we beat our chest and we think, oh man, we got it going on. It's because of my antenna, because of my power, whatever. But Mother Nature, we forget. We got to give Mother Nature so much credit to breaking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, being from Mother Nature, I don't care how many watts or what are you doing out there, you're not going to get out. You might talk around your neighborhood, but trying to get out in DX, if Mother Nature don't let you out, you're just going to sit there and listen.
Yep, 100% true. Yep. It's kind of a funny thing, you know, how that works. But if Mother Nature's gone, yeah, you ain't going to get out but line of sight, whatever that is, you know, depending on how high your tower is and whatever knife edge you can get from whatever little things you can get out there. But yeah, you know, 180, 190, 200 miles, you know, you're about maxed out. But Mother Nature shows up. 5 watts can get you, you know, in a cherry patch across the country. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. It's the mystical part, you know. And then, of course, when you get into the antenna game, then you start trying to optimize, you know, an antenna for a particular type of condition or situation. And that's kind of fun, but it's so easy to see the gains and the benefits and the results, and then try to take all the credit for it. We've just got to remember where credit is due. Ain't no doubt about that. But yeah, it's fun, man. I'll tell you what, I sure enjoy the antennas. I think it's probably the most favorite part of the entire hobby for me. I mean, I like the radios, I like the stuff, everything, you know, it's all great. But antennas, it's a fun part of the hobby for me.
Hey, Roy, you want the fun part for you?
All I gotta do is
let me see what the better half wants here. She calling me now. All right, Motor Mouth Mall, we put it on you another time when we get some more condition that way. Let me see what the better half wants on this end. Motor Mouth Mall. The beast over there. Mr. 1961, small station, Charleston, South Carolina. We step out of here, I'm gone.
Fort Tender, 1961, Charleston. Take care of 73. And by the way, about a month and 11 days. A month and 10 days now. We'll be getting closer. All right, catch you later on 7-3. Have a good day out there. 1961, Motor Mouth Mall stepping. I'm back on the side break.
Okay, no doubt about it. Take it easy on that end till we do it again. 61 gone.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll see ya. Bye. Bye.
Motor Mouth Mall, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Daytona Beach, Florida, Pete. I got you up in there. Wait, was that all the same station? I think it was. Well, let me just double check that. I think that was,
Motor Mouth Mall, Daytona Beach, Florida.
There you go. Daytona Beach, Florida. Motor Mouth Mall step and break.
Motor Mouth Mall, Cowboy CB shop. Nice talk to you. Sounding real good down here on the sand. Wow. Break.
Cowboy CB shop. There you are. Hey, Cowboy CB shop down there around the sand pile. I got you up in there. Cowboy CB shop. Let me put this up in there one time.
Motor Mouth Mall, Cowboy CB shop. Nice talk to you. Sounding real good down here on the sand. Wow.
There you go, Cowboy CB shop around the sand pile. Hope you're having a good Thursday over there. Motor Mouth Mall working the small mall waving.
know where no Cowboy CB shop is.
You don't know where he is? I'll find out for you. The Cowboy CB shop. Where in Florida are you, Dick? I thought you said Daytona Beach. I can't hear him. I don't know where he is. Anyway, you say you don't know where Cowboy is, Dick.
No, I never heard nobody say that one before. Maybe it could be up around Daytona. I don't ever hear those fellas there. They're quite a ways from me. But anyway, good morning to you, Big John, no doubt. Just passing by the channel and heard you. Great big old Thursday morning wave out your way. Roger.
Sure, it's good to hear you up in it. You got that mall down and beautiful audio to go with it, you know, that big old hammer and all that audio. Check this out one time.
No, I never heard nobody say that one before. Maybe it could be up around Daytona. I don't ever hear those fellas there. They're quite a ways from me. But anyway, good morning to you, Big John, no doubt. Just passing by the channel and heard you. Great big old Thursday morning wave out your way. Roger.
Biggest, loudest signal I've heard in my radio all day so far. Smoking at Deer Slayer around Lake Okeechobee. Motormouth Mall stepping right there, right now. Trying to return the favor. Great.
Well, I do appreciate it. You definitely got a big hammer in my radio. And, man, if you saw what this radio does on the meter, I sent a video to somebody once. They couldn't believe it. They're like, that's not what you're talking on. I said, yeah, it is. Man, I'm keying, I'm trying to let it swing back up. I'm keying about 3 and swinging back to 1. And it's that clear. I don't get it. It's just I don't know what it is with this radio. It will not swing forward, but even with that much back swing, it's still got good audio. I don't understand that, but it's one of those crazy things that goes on just with this radio. My other ones, usually the meter don't even move. It just stands still when I talk. But this one shows some tremendous backswing, but that's all right. I'm more about the sound than I am, you know, what's going on with the meter. But I know it's swinging forward because I can see it swinging forward on my monitor radio. But on my bird meter that I'm watching the output on, it's going way backwards there, Break.
Yeah, it's not really going backwards. It's going forward. Something on the meter is either where it is in the coax or something is kind of lying to you because it's going forward over here. And you got a lot of sideband growth, and you got it going on over here, and the audio is superb. So I whatever you're doing, I wouldn't change it. I like it. It's working good. This one here, I got the radio keying a quarter watt, swinging about 6 watts peak, and it's wiggling forward on the RMS, not much, and the you know, after it goes through the couple boxes, then it's up to almost a kilowatt. Where a kilowatt dead key and swinging. I don't know what it's swinging to. I don't have the peak meter turned on. But the RMS meter is just wiggling forward a little bit.
Now, you're definitely swinging forward because this radio, this is a Kenwood 850, and it's got like a, well, it's not a bar graph, but it's kind of like a bar graph type meter. And you're lighting up like 2 more extra bars every time you're talking, so I know it's going forward. But yeah, sounds great, man. No doubt. And yeah, I don't run a peak meter. I do have a peak meter, but that's the meter I'm actually using to watch my reflect on, so I never turn the slug around or change the slug and turn the peak switch on, but I do have one. I don't really care what I'm doing on the peak side, to be honest with you. So we just run it like we run it. But anyway, I'll let you get out there and do your thing. Motormouth, I'm going to jump around the band. I just turned this thing on. We had nothing here this morning. Before lunchtime on this side, it was dead quiet. I think I talked to one station down in Barbados. That was it. Everywhere else was quiet. So I turned it off for a while, went in, watched some TV, ate some lunch, and came back out. And there you go. Mother Nature finally woke up. Hey, Motormouth Mall, have a great day. I'm sure I'll catch you again later on. But if not, have a great weekend coming up as well. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee, Florida, back out of the way.
410. Yeah, I'll be out here for a little while. I got a few little jobs I got to do today around the house here. Might keep me occupied for a little bit, or out of trouble, or into trouble, depending on which way it goes. I don't know yet. But yeah, I just I figured I'd get an early morning out here. And it's been relatively quiet. Not too awful noisy over here either. Got to talk to the Carolinas and that kind of thing, and then you come rolling up in there, so I'd say that was good enough for the morning for me. You put a big old grin on my chin. That big old hammer you put up in here on my neck of the woods. And I got the water gate rolling. I think the gate's been going now for probably about, I guess, 40 minutes. 40 minutes and 23 seconds, what a guess. And you've been all up in here with a monstrous hammer and a whole lot of audio, so real good job. Look forward to doing it again in the near future. I got to go out there and do some work out there around the house. I'll probably be back out there in about 2 or 3 hours, and then maybe again, possibly in the evening. But I can't stay out there all day, and my coffee cup is nearing empty, so I'll be out of here probably for about another, 10, 15 minutes or so, and then I'll be cutting it short and getting to work. Anyway, take care out there, 7-3, Deer Slayer around Lake Okeechobee. That great big hammer and all that audio. You know, the water gates don't lie. It's all you. Wall to wall and treetop tall. Check it out.
Swinging forward, because this radio, this is a Kenwood 850, and it's got like
I won't play.
Well, it's not a bar graph.
I won't play the whole thing because it was a long key. But the whole key was just like that. Crystal clear, clean, all you, wall to wall, and treetop tall. Take care, 7-3, one more time, Deer Slayer. Motormouth Mall, sometimes called
Big Bad John.
Got down.
Roger 4 Motormouth, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll check out the gate later on when I go back in the house, man. My Wi-Fi connection out here is kind of iffy. Keeps making the video pause and freeze up and what have you. So after I go back in, I'll sure enough check out the gate. I appreciate it as always, no doubt. Sounding great. And, hey, Wrecking Ball, I did hear you underneath Motormouth. I can hear you in there a little bit. I don't know if you're still out there, but I'm waving at you and getting out of the way. Hey, Wrecking Ball, West Side, have a great day. Motormouth, catch you later. Deer Slayer, back out.
Hi there, Deer Slayer. Sounds good. Tell Wrecking Ball I did say hello, and we'll catch you a little bit later on. And, yeah, my internet, sometimes the RF gets messy with it, it gets strange. And I have a Wi-Fi service, and so I got to keep my stream down to a small bit rate or whatever they call it. And so I don't have a whole lot of super quality on the video, but it's either that or don't run a gate. And I like to run the gate. So anyway, people can see what's going on over here. So enjoy the gate when you do see it. And tell Wrecking Ball I said hello. Deer Slayer, have a great day. We'll catch you later on. 7-3, Motormouth Mall, stepping. I got down right there.
10-4. Yeah, I don't know if I didn't hear him key up underneath you, so he might have left the channel because I didn't go back to him right away. I know I do that sometime, man. I call somebody once, usually if they don't answer, I move on. I'm not going to jump up and down like a cheerleader. I either got conditions or I don't. Catch you later, Motormouth Mall. And Wrecking Ball, if you are still out there, Motormouth said hello over your way. Deer Slayer, and these sand piles out of the way.
I got down. I heard the playback. Thank you much. Have a good day out there. Motormouth Mall, stepping me in this great big. Got down.
How about that, Motormouth Mall, 409 Southwest Florida.
409 Southwest Florida. You're up in there.
Copy that. I appreciate it there, Motormouth Mall. Have yourself a good day. Waving a hand.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, let me know when you see Mario Brothers in there on that Deer Slayer. That's Mario if he wants to play around the King Cooper show.
Let me play that back. I didn't hear the whole thing. Hey, check this out. I heard. Hang on here. Let me play the whole thing back.
Copy that. I appreciate it there, Motormouth Mall. Have yourself a good day. Waving a hand.
Hey, Motormouth Mall, let me know when you see Mario Brothers in there on that Deer Slayer. That's Mario if he wants to play around the King Cooper show.
Something about Mario Brothers. Anyway, I did hear that too. Motormouth Mall working the small ball peen hammer. Got down right there, break.
Yeah, I heard my water in there around that Deer
today. There's a little couple of clouds in the earth in there, but it's looking real sexy and hot out here. So I'm gonna eat back and read your mail this morning. You say you got that Watergate rolling real good in there this morning. Big old 20 got all the way down. I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Big old 20, huh? All right. Good to see you up in there. And yeah, you got that hammer down out there, no doubt about it. You have a good day out there. Motormouth Mall stepping. And I'm out the way. 409, take care. Have a good day out there. Motormouth Mall waving right back.
In line with the radio and the mic, and you know the one. I didn't know if we had it right or what.
Hey, 409, you're still up in here. Hey, 409, I still got you up in here, you know. Oh, you're a snake doctor up in there, too. I'm getting conditions down there. I heard snake doctor. I don't think that was backscatter. I think that was almost direct. So I'll take a look around Snake Doctor. Hey, Snake Doctor, if you got any kind of a sloppy copy, waving at you from the Central Coast of Cali. I got downbreak.
Hey, Motor Mall, is that you there around California? Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hey, Motor Mall 44 in Barbados on the driver. Hello, world most talks about Motormouth Mall. Hey, Motormouth Mall 44, breaker.
Around Barbados. You got a hammer down out here, I guarantee tell you. What's going on there, 44 around Barbados? Radio station Motormouth Mall listening and looking at your big old hammer you got swinging out here under Central Coast of California with all that audio on it, too. Hey, 44, good job. Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down.
Mall, Sony, good, appreciate the bump down, big brother. Hey, Motormouth Mall, the West Coast beast out there on the west side in California. Sony, good, always looking good. Appreciate the bump down to take a time to bump down. Let me know if you hear my station. No doubt about it. Worldwide, Motormouth Mall here on California, the West Coast beast. Bye-bye.
In there, 44. I sure appreciate the bump down and the chit-chatting to get back, so they say. Hey, you got that thing working and walking and talking, 44, around Barbados. Your West Coast beast working this thing in a small, low-power mode. Got down right there, breaker.
I either drive out the road before the big boy bust my head to the white meat. World most talked about. Something's called the West Coast Beast. Out near on Cali, 44 in Barbados. Bye-bye.
In there, 44? Yeah, and I got a quick playback for you real fast, too. Check this out one time. Here it comes. I believe if everything goes as planned, I got you right here.
I either drive out the road before the big boy bust my head to the white meat. World most talked about. Something's called the West Coast Beast. Out near on Cali, 44 in Barbados. Bye-bye.
There you go, 44. That was you. Motormouth Mall, the West Coast Beast, sometimes called Big Bad John. Looking around Barbados, I got down.
Come on. Some people do it again. cool and smile.
Hello, Motormouth Mall. Hey, I'm my friend Motormouth Mall. Your friend 109 Orlando, Florida with that afternoon wave.
West Coast Beast up in Cali, 44 in Barbados. Bye-bye.
44 around Barbados, the West Coast Beast waving right back. Have a good day. We'll do it again another time, another way. No doubt about that. And the 109 around Orlando. I heard you roll up in there too. Looking good, sounding good. Hey, 44 around Barbados and 109 Orlando. Motormouth Mall working a small ball peen mall right here, right now, Breaker.
Bye, my friend.
Don't get back on the West Coast Beast. 33, South Carolina.
33, South Carolina got you up in there too.
Just glad to be able to make it one time to you there, my friend. Have a good one out there on the West Coast. 33, South Carolina. I'm clear.
In the 33, 833, I appreciate you bumping it down out there from the east side, looking around the west side. Check it out one time.
Just glad to be able to make it one time to you there, my friend. Have a good one out there on the West Coast. 33, South Carolina. I'm clear.
There you go, 33, South Carolina. Motormouth Mall, steppin' breaker.
Okay, Motormouth Mall. Talking to Barbados here. I guess you're done talking to Barbados. Motormouth Mall, you're for 109 on the sand pile with that afternoon rain.
109, you got a big old hammer out there. I don't know if I'm done talking to Barbados or done talking anywhere because, you know, Mother Nature should took all the rug out from underneath you in a heartbeat, and then she somehow sneaks it back underneath you to break.
Yeah, I just got home from running a bunch of errands there, turn on the radio, and no doubt, I got about 50 dBs on you down here around Walt Disney World. All right, Motormouth Mall, I appreciate you coming back here, my friend. You have a wonderful rest of the week. Coming up. And your friend 109 down in the sand pile will be stepping. Bye-bye.
Fortune there, 109. I'll play that back one time for you, and appreciate you bump down and to get down in the world of sound. And you did some errands and running around and got home a little bit ago, and there I was up in your radio, and Mother Nature's rocking and rolling for you in fine fashion. You know, you said 50 dBs. That's a lot of dBs, by the way. There's almost too many dBs. Okay, 109, check this out.
Yeah, I just got home from running a bunch of errands there, turn on the radio, and no doubt, I got about 50 dBs on you down here around Walt Disney World. All right, Motormouth Mall, I appreciate you coming back here, my friend. You have a wonderful rest of the week. Coming up. And your friend 109 down in the sand pile will be stepping. Bye-bye.
There you go, 109. That was you right there, right now. And I've been doing some interesting studying on Mother Nature and audio and modulation indexes. And it's been an interesting thing to see so far what Mother Nature does to signals. And, you know, what she decides when it's going to fade, flip, flop, and shift, and dip and dab, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been paying attention to some weird things out there, and I'm not sure yet what I've come to a conclusion on, but I know Mother Nature, she's got her hands in a little bit more than just whether you make the trip or not. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of magical stuff going on up there. The 109, Motormouth Mall working. The small ball peen hammer got down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what there, Motormouth Mall, there's a lot of, everybody sounds real funny, you know. It's one of those fading type things where everyone sounds real funny and weird. It's been doing that lately. I often wonder what causes that. Anyway, appreciate the Watergate there, Motormouth Mall. You have a wonderful weekend coming up. Your friend 109 said, we stepping.
Okay, yep, you're right. And, you know, I was looking at the STR. This key was normal, you know, and the last key, you had, you know, and it wasn't you. It was just the way it looked on the screen. It had a carrier peak and then audio sidebands, and then it had another dip and a peak and then a dip and a peak and a dip and a dip and a peak. And while you're talking, those big peaks and dips way out, you know, several channels on either side would appear to move from the top of the screen or the right side of the screen down. As you were talking, they would move. And it's like, you know, that's not really happening. I mean, it's not on your signal. It's not what your signal is doing, but it's what Mother Nature was making it do. And it's kind of a weird thing. I've seen that every now and again. And the other thing I noticed is that particular phenomenon only happens on strong signals. So there you go. That's a compliment, right? But that thing, that whatever that is, it's not there on every strong signal, but it only happens on strong signals. And it kind of walks. You'll see the Watergate on my Watergate, which would be, what is our time over here? Looks like about 55 minutes. So somewhere between the 50 and 55 minute mark, you look at the gate and you'll see the echo and reverb totally ruins the best audio on CB radio. You know, if I took it out, you'd be surprised how bad it sounds. Here, let me do that for you real fast. Let me go up here to the reverb. If I turn off the reverb, you'll see there's a marketable decrease in commanding, bodacious audio. Where's the darn reverb? It's up in here somewhere. Shoot. Way up here somewhere. All right, here it goes. I turned that off right there. Now it's all flat and boring, and it doesn't sound nearly as good. At least, you think it sounds better? Really? I don't know. I'll have to study that a little bit, because in my headphones, well, I guess that's another one of the trickery things that I don't quite totally understand. But here's with it off, and then there's with it back on again. And so anyway, on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, off, 1, 2. I lose a lot of density, fullness, richness, all that stuff. Now, are you making that decision based on what you're hearing on YouTube? Or are you listening in an actual receiver right now? Because there's a difference between what you hear on the two. Primarily because of bandwidth and where the reverb is. Anyway, I'll put it back on again, just for fun. Anyhow, yeah, I got off track, but it happens easily. Squirrel! Anyway, 88109. Yeah, so that weird wavy thing, if you look at the Watergate, I've seen that happen on strong signals. I've never seen it happen on weak signals. So I'm almost wondering if that's an SDR-related thing. You know, and we never would know it or see it if we didn't have the SDR. But at the same time, I know that if you have a regular receiver, you still hear the fading. So I would imagine that the fading and those two things are really happening. But they're not being caused by the radio, and they are real. But are they being... how is Mother Nature making that occur? How do you take a bump and a peak at a frequency and slowly shift it down to band? I don't know. I haven't figured out how that works yet. But I'm going to start looking at that and paying attention to it. The 109 Orlando, Motormouth Mall, working the small ball peen hammer. And one more time, I'm going to turn the reverb off right there. What do you think? Hey, 109, what's your thought on the reverb to break?
Well, I don't know. It sounded about the same to me. I mean, you were still shifting a lot. I'll tell you what, Motormouth, I found out, what I've noticed is it seems to happen to people that are farther away, like people in California, Arizona, Wyoming, places like that. It seems like it does it on people that are farther away from me, than it does for closer skip. I get closer skip and it don't seem to do that. And it's been doing that for like 3 or 4 weeks solid now, so I don't know. I don't know if it's got to do with all the storms that they say are on the sun, sunspots cycle or what. But I've often wondered what causes that myself. Roger?
Roger, I turned my RF attenuation down, or up, I should say. I turned the attenuation up, which limits the amount of RF that gets into the SDR receiver, and it was still there, so it's not happening in the SDR. I can knock the signal way down real weak, and it's not actually happening in the SDR. You're listening to CB radio on a monoblock with whisper speaker. What? Oh, my God. Holy smokes. Okay. That's a first. I don't think anyone's ever listened to a CB radio on a $350,000 legacy audio system. That's pretty awesome. All right, well, since you're on that high dollar system, I'll leave the reverb off like this. I won't ruin your experience with all this extra reverb and stuff in the background. So I'll turn it off right there. And anyway, okay. Let me get my knees up in the breeze. Radio station motor mouth ball working a small ball peen hammer. Yeah, you say it seems to happen on stations farther away and not so much on anything close. Yeah, a strong signal nearby probably won't make that happen. And not all strong signals make it happen. So it's really one of those little confusing things. And I'm not sure how that works, but it's interesting to see it happen from time to time. And I wonder if it happens at the same time. In other words, if you had an SDR going on your end to where you could see the spectrum, and if I had one going on my end, do we both get that same effect from Mother Nature, or it's only a one-way street to bring?
Yeah, Roger on that. Well, it happens a lot when I talk to, that snake doctor out there in Arizona. He does that to me all the time, too, it seems like lately. And I've listened to some of his Watergates, of me, and I'm doing the same thing on him. And then the same thing seems to happen to people, the strong stations I talk to up in Colorado as well. So, like I say, it seems to be stations that are over 2,000 miles from me. Basically, whenever I get short skip, like from, let's see, Louisiana or the Arkansas, places like that, they don't seem to do it as much. So, those are closer, only about 1,000 miles. So, yeah, like I say, I've noticed it for the last several weeks. It seems to do that a lot. And it's on a lot of the big stations that are, like in Colorado, California, and Arizona. So I don't know what the deal is, Motormouth. Standing by.
Yeah, I used to think it was an intermod distortion thing. Sums and differences and whatnot of frequencies within the audible range that are being generated and work. Like for example, if you put a 1 kilohertz tone loud enough into a radio, you'll start seeing other sidebands show up out of the 10 channel or the 10 kc bandwidth one channel. So you might see the spike at 1 kilohertz, but you'll also see every so many kilohertz up the range, you'll see one, and that would be a intermod kind of a thing, or generated distortion from the sums and differences and mathematical relationships to, certain frequencies. Now, if you have multiple frequencies and they work together, they generate new frequencies. And I used to think that's where that came from. But I don't know that that's the truth anymore. I mean, I know that happens, but I don't think that has anything to do with what we're talking about. So, yeah, it's strange. Mother Nature definitely has she has her hands in it a little bit deeper than just whether or not. It's, also all kinds of other little things that come into play that break.
Well, like I say, it's weird, every once in a while, under even normal conditions, you'll hear it do it once in a while, but, like I say, the last few weeks, it seems to do it a lot, almost the whole conversation sometimes, and I know the sunspots are supposed to be extra heavy the last couple of years. All the storms and everything, the astronauts have been saying, or, the people that watch the sun and everything, and I guess that's why we've had real hot weather lately, and of course, that affects radio wave propagation as well. And all I can figure is must have something to do with that, that's all I can figure there, Roger.
Yeah, unexplainable at this point, for me anyway, so I'll just go with it. It is what it is. And so yeah, we'll just we'll see what happens. And now I'm gonna turn the reverb back on, by the way. Oh, hang on a second, and I'll be right back. Get on the key.
Big John, 025 gone.
Jackie was going off into town, so wanted to catch her before she went. 109 Orlando. Motor Muff Mall working the small ball peen mall. Got down.
Hey, no problem. I'm still here. You know me. You have a great line today, because I don't hear you skip at all when you unkey. I think I heard my friend 317 out there try to get through in between your key downs a couple times, but that's about it. And of course, the condition we're talking about must not have much to do with how powerful a station is, because, you know, I know you run a lot of power out there, but I don't run that much. You know, I'm just running a 2-pill drum. I peek out of my that's it, with a 40 sounding good around Spring Hill, Florida. I'm doing it just as bad as the real big stations do, so obviously doesn't have anything to do with the power you're putting out either, Roger.
No, I don't think it has to do with the power either. And while you were talking, it was doing it, so I rolled the attenuator up and down and varied the power quite a bit. You know, varied the amount of RF that hit my radio quite a bit, and it didn't change anything. So, yeah, no telling, no rhyme or reason. Ain't no doubt about that, but it is what it is. All right, there. A109, I don't want to tie it up too much longer. We've been out here having a good conversation, a few keys back and forth, and the big stations in Cali have been letting me, and I don't run a lot of power, by the way. Like right now, I'm not even keying a kilowatt. I don't know. That's not even a kilowatt. Well, we're on 28. Okay. I see what's going on. I was expecting to see a little bit more. I thought I was on 11 still. And it's 285, not 085. So yeah, we're peaking about 600 watts right now. And if it's doing it on me, you know, it's still doing it. So, and I know that on 28, I mean on 6, I run a whole lot more, but still not as much as some of the other stations out here on the west side. You know, even on the bowl tuned up, I'm at like, you know, a fraction of what they do. But, and it still happens. So I don't think it's power related either. I think it's just the way Mother Nature shifts. And, well, I don't know, it's weird. But it's got to be power related, not the power that we're putting out, but the power that Mother Nature is manipulating or doing whatever. So I don't know what you call that word, the degree of reflection and change of phase or whatever, but it's interesting. Anyway, I'm going to get back on the side here, read the mail for a bit, and see what's cooking out here. Motor Muff Mall. I'm going to turn the reverb off one more time. You turn that off right there, and see what that does. We got room reverb, but we don't have this reverb. And if I turn my gain down low enough to where I lose the room reverb, then it'll really sound flat. So I'm not going to do that. Motor Muff Mall stepping. I got down. Break.
Yeah, you were kind of pretty bad that key down too, boy. It was worse that time. No doubt about it. One real quick question there, Motorman. I assume this is on YouTube. This video is going to be on YouTube there. What is it? Is it MMM Video Gates? Is that what I look for it at?
Yep, 10-4 MMM Video Gates, all one word with the S at the end. And it'll be the first gate of the day, so you'll look at the title of it, and it'll actually say MMM Base 050125A with dashes between the 5 and between the month of the day and the year. Anyway, yeah, shoot, man, that's it's a trip and a half. Enjoy the gate, see what you see. And appreciate the bump down in the world of sound. You got a hammer up in here. 109 Orlando, Florida. Radio station, Motor Mouth Mall, stepping, breaker.
All right, Motor Mouth Mall, I definitely got to hear this gate. I've never had a conversation with you for 15 or 20 minutes before. Usually you hear me one key down, then everybody else on the East Coast does my bridges. So I definitely got to hear this gate. All right, my friend, always a pleasure talking to you.
my longtime friend there, Motormouth. You have a real good weekend coming up, and we'll catch you later. I'll be listening up for that gate a little later. Your friend 109, Sampa, we stepping.
Bartender 109, take care. 7-3, and definitely a pleasure with the double measure. Motormouth, your West Coast. Got down, breaker.
Got down. 516 Tampa Bay Radio.
Hey, Tampa Bay Radio, I heard you up in there this time around. Hey, Tampa Bay Radio, I did hear you this time around, ain't no doubt about that. Radio station, Motormouth, I'm all working. The small beat hammer. Get down, breaker. Little blue man, ain't got no gas in it, I'm down.
Motormouth Mall, always a pleasure to hear you in my radio. Your friend down here in the sand pile.
Who is that in Okeechobee?
Big old midweek wave.
Big old midweek wave right back at you. It's past the midweek there, break. We almost to the weekend, I got done. It's called Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. I heard that, I didn't.
516 Tampa Bay. If you ever talk to that 413 Empty Pockets, tell him his brother from another mother's missing him down there.
Yeah, who was that? Said they were in Okeechobee, Bert.
Come on, I know you can talk to that guy in Orlando as much you got. Come on.
Hey, we heard you in there 138. Wasn't sure if you were coming back to me or not, but 138, 516 Tampa Bay with that big old wave.
I just heard a couple of weaker stations that are only showing around 7 or 8 of me, and they were sounding the same. Well, before, so I guess it doesn't have anything to do with how strong a signal I kept picking up on them. They were sounding just as bad, and they were a lot weaker there, Roger.
What a trip.
Have a great day up there, Mountain Man. I was waiting for 138 to unkey. Have a good day, and good morning, 138. You're sounding good as well. 138 Sacramento, top of the day to you, and I'm out of the way. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee, Florida.
Hey, tell them up around Sacramento that I'm waving. 4 friendly fingers at a thumb. I got down right there, breaking. And by the way, a boosted laser. I didn't get rid of it. I don't know. You must have not heard it. But I had it up in there. Motormouth. That was what you're looking for. I got down.
Okeechobee, Florida.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were doing swell well in there on that DX land and putting those wrestling ducks in the ring in there, no doubt about it. All right, go ahead and put those wrestling ducks in the ring. I'm getting on down.
I heard you that time, 1309, but you're down, way down in my radio, man. I don't have conditions on Texas right now. But good morning out there, 1309, if I'm making it back around the Alamo. Deer Slayer, Sand Piles.
Hey, Deer Slayer, how many sand piles are there in the sand pile?
Well, there's a bunch in my yard. Hey, Motormouth, my yard is a bunch of sand piles because my dog has run around that yard so much in the fence that she's got some berms built up there, Roger.
Roger. I had the same thing in my backyard over here. One of my yards that I have quarantined off, gated off, whatever, secure. One of them was all like that. And I went back there with the tractor and I killed it all up. got it all flat, bought a bunch of compost, tilled that all in, got it all amended, put some ground cover seed down, and in the process now of maybe in the next week or two or so from now, I should start seeing some good green stuff growing. 10 to 14 days, I guess. I don't know. I just finished getting the irrigation done and putting the seeds in yesterday or day before yesterday, I guess. And so anyway, hopefully it'll be flat, but there won't be any sand piles back in my yard anymore. Then I got to worry about the rest of the 20 acres.
Damn far. Well, we've, down here, not too many people plant seed. Most people just get sod, like the squares of sod, or I guess you can get it if you wanted to in big rolls and you can roll it out, but most people buy squares of sod, and we've done that section of the yard twice already. And then we would block it off. We'd take one of those, like a cheap little black construction type fence, block that part off, water the heck out of it every day, get it looking good. Once we open it up and she starts running in there again, it's all back to sand again. So not having much luck keeping anything growing in there with her running around like she does when we do. I mean, she's an inside dog, but when we put her out and her chasing squirrels and this, that, and the other, man, she's wide open. So, yeah, it's a mess. But I thought about trying to plant some seed in the winter, because you can plant like a winter ryegrass down here and it'll grow pretty good, but I think it dies off when it starts getting hot. So, I'm not going to spend the money on the sod again. I don't know. It's just one of those things. But yeah, in my yard, that's why I call it sand piles, because I got more than one pile. It's not just one big old pile that we live on down here. I got multiple piles in the backyard of sand. Not the other stuff. I picked that up. All right, and when you turn that reverb off before, I didn't notice a difference. I mean, I could hear, if it was slight on my headphones, a very slight difference. That's all I could hear. Both of them sound good either way. All right, I'm out of your way. Motormouth Mall, top of the morning once again. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee.
410, and I really like the sound of the reverb on your audio too, by the way. It's perfect. It sounds good. It's a, this isn't broadcast. This is CB radio. So I think it's okay to have a little bit of that, in there. And you've got, that's not what I wanted to play. Hey, you got a good, tasteful amount up in there. It's not over the top. It sounds commanding and full and rich. And here, check this out.
And the money on the sod again. I don't know. It's just one of those things. But yeah, in my yard, that's why I call it sand piles, because I got more than one pile. It's not just one big old pile that we live on down here. I got multiple piles in the backyard of sand. Not the other stuff. I picked that up. All right, and when you turn that reverb off before, I didn't notice a difference. I mean, I could hear, if it was slight on my headphones, a very slight difference. That's all I could hear. Both of them sound good either way. All right, I'm out of your way. Motormouth Mall, top of the morning once again. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee.
Audacious. There you go. Deer Slayer, Motormouth Mall, stepping, break up.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I put just a little in there to take the flatness off. And you were talking about if you turned your other part off, it would be really flat. This is what this sounds like when I take it all the way out. Listen to how flat that is. It's flat. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I keep just a little bit in there, make me sound like I'm in a big room instead of in a small room there, Brick.
Absolutely. Yep. That's the effect. Check it out.
And you were talking about if you turned your other part off, it would be really flat. This is what this sounds like when I take it all the way out. Listen to how flat that is. It's flat. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I keep just a little bit in there, make me sound like I'm in a big room instead of in a small room there, Brick.
Yep. That's exactly what it does. It's the perfect effect. I like it. Very good and audacious.
Well, I do appreciate it, no doubt, man. Yeah, and I know, like you were saying, what you hear in your headphones is probably different than what's actually being heard out on, especially in DX land. So I know if I'm thinking I'm hearing a lot in the headphones, it's not so much out there over the air. In my headphones, what I'm hearing is on the receive radio, but it's right here in the room. So, you're going to hear different things for sure. Sometimes I'll hear a hum or a buzz, and I'll think it's transmitting over the air, but it's not. It's just something getting picked up in the room here. And that's a pain to try to keep out. I had to move one of my cables the other day because every time I keyed up, I kept hearing this noise that was driving me crazy on my receive radio. But anyway, I think I got it out of there. I don't hear it now. All right, buddy. I'll let some others go. Have a good one. Sounding great. Still got a huge hammer in my radio. Oldermouth Mall, take care. Here's Slav. Lake Okeechobee, Florida, back on the map.
410. Yeah, that whole AC hum thing on a carrier is the weirdest thing. I was having a situation with my monitor receivers, and I've got several of them over here. 4 of them actually, 5 if you count the little battery-operated C-Crane radio. And that's the funny thing. You can take all those radios or any one of those radios and put them on a battery. And depending on where you move the radio around or what angle you put it at or what kind of wire you might have connected to the antenna jack or to the chassis of the radio, you can make that hum in the radio show up even though there's no AC connection anywhere. All there is the RF and the environment, and you can make that hum come and go. So obviously the hum is not on the air, because when it's gone, it's gone and it sounds great. But when you get the radio in the right position, all you can hear is the hum, and various different degrees in between pure hum and pure signal. Not to confuse pure signal with those Hermes-like people that do the pure signal stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's a weird thing. It's funny how that can happen. When I decided to finally put a radio on a battery and isolate it from anything that it could possibly touch, and then just turn the radio around. It's like, wow, look at that. It comes and goes. So another one of those mysterious RF artifact-related things, phase angles and all that kind of stuff that come into play. And by the way, earlier I was talking to 109 about that weird thing that happens on an SDR radio where you see a big camera and then you see on either side you get a bump and then a bump and then a bump and then a bump and a bump and then the bumps appear to move. They kind of appear to shift down or up in frequency. It seems like for me whenever I see it they always shift down in frequency. They look like they're moving, but they keep the same shape. It's like a snake, how it moves, but it keeps the same physical shape, right? Anyway, I was looking at that and I'm thinking, okay, well, that seems to only happen on strong signals. And we had that whole long discussion. And now I'm looking at your signal, which is the strongest signal I've seen in my radio yet, all day, with good sidebands and everything is all there. But it's not doing any phasing or shifting or any of that weird stuff. So I don't know yet. It's not 100% signal strength. I'm not sure what causes that. So anyway, I'm still paying attention to weird stuff that happens up there. I guess where it happens, I don't know. I'm assuming it's happening up in the ionosphere, but I don't know. Couldn't guess. Hey, Deer Slayer, you got that all down.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I noticed, which I think this is more of a solar flare thing. When I'm on the only waterfall I have is when I'm on the 7300. And I'll see a spike pop up, because I got it programmed in to see the 40 channels. I can see all the way across the band. And I'll see a spike pop up, and it starts moving, and it'll move all the way across the band. And when it goes across the frequency I'm on, I'll hear like a, and then it's gone, and it keeps moving on down the band. So I'm assuming that that's some kind of solar flare type deal. I don't know. But I don't notice it so much on the other radios, but when I'm for some reason, when I'm looking at the waterfall, I'll see it coming, and I'll hear it go past me, which is kind of weird, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's there's a lot of mystery to this stuff, that's for sure.
And I think the mystery is what keeps it fun, that weird, I've seen things like that, I've seen carriers that apparently, even not just a spike, they'll actually have sideband or even, they won't even have a sideband, a carrier and 2 sidebands. They'll sometimes be almost like an FM signal where it's just a big old wall all the way across, no carrier just thing, a mound, if you will, and it kind of works its way down the band, and as it passes through, you hear this, and it keeps on going. It's like, what the heck was that? Where did it come from? And I used to think that was like over-the-horizon radar, and it still may be, I don't know, but that's what I always sort of attributed it to, was like over-the-horizon radar or something like that. But, yeah, weird things happen, mysteries, no telling what it is. But anyway, and when I first got the SDR and I saw that stuff happening, I thought, oh, it's my receiver. It's some mathematical, because, the SDR does the IQ audio thing, and you can record a whole band section for, 30 minutes and then play it back and then choose your mode of operation that you listen to on the playback, because it records everything, right? The IQ audio. So I thought, well, there's some mathematical hoopla going on that causes it, but it's not the case. It is actually happening somewhere, but I still don't know where or how. So, yep, still a mystery. We'll figure it out one of these days. Deer Slayer, Motormouth Mall, working the small ball peen hammer. Got down.
And I got it all, buddy. I think it's those cotton-picking aliens. I think our radio signals have penetrated far enough through the atmosphere that we're bouncing off their planets, and they're getting pissed off about it. So they're starting to send signals out. That's my theory. Hey, Motormouth, I'm back on the mouth.
I'll buy that. Who's to say that's not true? It could be some weird, angry aliens in some other galaxy far, far away, hearing our stuff and thinking, we're going to mess with them. We're going to put some stuff back around their place. And in 20 billion light years, they're going to see this. Wait a second. How long's radio been around? That's another question. Anyway, radio's only been here for so long. And if it takes billions and billions of light years, and, well, anyway, I don't know about billions and billions, hundreds even. I don't know. Hey, this is getting too confusing. Hey, Deer Slayer, Motormouth Mall, cruising, they got down.
Yeah, we're getting over into that Jeopardy category now, so it's getting kind of out of my league, that's for sure. All right, buddy, I'll take a standby, let some others go. Sounding great, still holding the same big old signal in my radio, no doubt. Motormouth Mall, take care. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee, Florida.
Okay, you've been wall-to-wall, treetop tall this whole time, no fluctuation. If anything, maybe got a little bit stronger. So I'm going to get out of here. And by the way, Tommy, I see over there, you said that Head Whipper over there in the Carolinas is working a 102-inch steel whip and a 2x6. Man, I'll tell you what, he was doing a good job over here. Beautiful audio. So, yeah, tell him good job. If he doesn't hear me now, maybe he'll hear it from you when you talk to him. You did a real good job over here, and it's working. That's for doggone sure. And so anyway, hey, Deer Slayer, take care. I'm going to get back on the side here. I've been out here for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down, go get some work done, and I'll come out here a little bit later on.
10-4, buddy. We'll catch you later.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, there. Well, you go ahead and grab your Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, hello out there, 007 on the west side. Good morning time to you. Good morning, Badger, 5-1 in Arizona. Sounding good, both of you, no doubt. Great big old Thursday morning wave out west. Deer Slayer, Lake Okeechobee, Florida.